guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. So, we are back at it. I am really looking forward to this. I've missed hanging out with you guys and with Jen and listening to Tisha stuff. And tonight we have some new stuff. So, we have been waiting for, it feels like for months. Um, it's been several weeks, a couple months maybe, for these final video visits of Letecia Stauch. We know that she went to trial in the spring of 2023, and these happened in the fall of 2022. These are the last video visits on her record. There was actually 4 that we had requested. I should have waited and got into this in a second after I said hello, but we had actually requested 4, and 2 of them we got a refund when she gave us the videos, because one of them, Letecia, never showed up, and the other one had personal stuff on to it. Hello, all you guys down in the chat. I'm just going to say a blanket hello instead of individually, since I know you guys are probably ready to get into it. Let me bring Jen up. Whoa, what's going on with my thing? Hello? Let's see. Hold on. What is going on? Why is it not allowing her up? Hold on. I don't know why it's not allowing me to add her. There we go. Jeez, I'm so sorry, you guys. Jen, hello.
Hey, how are you, babe? Long time no see.
I know. It's been a minute, and it's been even longer since we've got to do this. I look forward to it. What do you think?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I am quite excited to do this with you. Yes.
Me too. Okay. And then we're going to be over at Jen's channel after this. I have the redirect set up. I'm going to make sure that nobody's on the Wi-Fi. I don't know what the heck happened at the beginning there. It wouldn't let me bring you up. But yeah, so we're going to watch this together. It's about a 30-minute visit. Also, they're going to talk about some stuff that's in the news, and I've actually pulled those articles so we can look at it when they bring it up. I'll pull up one of those articles, and then as soon as this is over, probably take us an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through. We're going to go right over to Jen's channel and get into the next one. So, all right.
Okay. Did we ever figure out exactly when these were?
No, because we never got back from Rachel. So all we know is there were 3 in September, 1 in October. Let me double check right now. And she sent only 2 of them, of those 4. So
Right.
we know that one of these is definitely in September. Let me just do a check.
Because I went back to read her email to us for like context clues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there were none. So then I started listening through the call a little bit to see if I could figure out what was going on to get context clues. I can only say I've not listened to Allie's call. But I listened to a little bit of mine. All I can tell you is at the time that this call took place in 2022, Letecia had already started her lawsuit against El Paso County Jail and had just received like 5 responses back from the court. And so that's, I tried to figure it out as best I could, but I don't have I don't have that lawsuit. So I couldn't like go and look, and it's way too vague we know when we requested them, right? So it's like 2 months worth of looking, but it depends on what all was on that docket in those 2 months, because that can be a lot. Like think about Sarah Boone. If you're trying to scroll through 2 months of her docket, you finna be scrolling a minute.
Well, I think to me, it doesn't really matter. We know one
No.
for sure is in September, and
Right.
then one could be in October. So, and
Right.
then her trial was a spring. But yeah, so we don't know exactly because she didn't get back to us with the dates of which
Right.
ones were kept.
Yeah.
But
It's no
anyway,
biggie. It's
no.
just, just so you guys know, it is between September and October of 2022.
Yep. All right. See my overlay, Jen?
Oh, fancy.
See
Wait
it?
till you see mine.
It's just did you do an overlay or put it in your video?
I put it in the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted you to see like how it
I
works.
love it. Yeah.
I just use like regular font I use always and put it on transparent and then made the background transparent. So,
Oh,
okay.
I love it.
Well, here we go, you guys. Are you ready, Bendy?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's
Here we
hear
go.
it.
I do too.
I just cut 5 inches off mine.
Stop right
did
there.
you?
Just now,
Stop,
but it's still long.
Stop.
Jen, we just started. Go ahead.
She using a damn pick in her hair.
A what in her hair?
A pick. It's
Yes.
an old thing that you used to use for a perm.
Yes, I know what it is. And yes, I
Okay.
think it is. Mhm.
Okay. I'm not going to. Okay. I'm going to be full and I'm going to give this hoe the compliment sandwich she doesn't deserve. At least she's using something to brush it. There.
There you go. There you go. Okay, here we go, you guys. I started it back over. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, tell me anytime you want to stop. Okay, here we go.
I do too.
I just cut 5 inches off mine.
Oh, did you?
Just now, but it's still long.
I was gonna say last time I saw your hair, it was like stupid long.
Yeah, we just now had the clippers and cut 5 inches off, and everybody was like, "It's still so long." I was like, "I know."
Does it feel any better though? Like getting that cut off? Like does it feel any
Yeah, I
lighter?
tried to cut a little bit off the top more, just to make it a little bit lighter, but it's still long. And I was gonna cut more, and everybody's like, "No." Then one lady was like, "Well, can I put it in my weave?" And I was like, "No."
She asked if she could put it in her weave.
And I was like, "Oh my god." So,
Well, I mean, whatever works, I guess. But
so look what they do to my kosher now. They put
oh god.
check for accuracy, and then they
Wow.
sign it.
Accuracy. What's accuracy?
Accuracy, Dr. T. Also, whilst you were getting that haircut, I don't know who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to give yo ass scissors, number one.
Yeah,
But, I mean, just because you cut off quite a bit of hair, which I have no idea whether you did or didn't, and I don't really care. I don't believe you. You're a whole lying liar face who tells lies. But how could you have washed it?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean just because you cut off the ends, the top is still greasy as all get out. Girl, wash your hair.
And look at Amy. She is thrilled, dude, to be there.
Wow. Oh, I missed her. Hey, Roz. You
Feels
forgot
just
to
like
send
it
in
right
your
there.
paperwork last night. Don't let it happen again. By the way, my little chicken nugget pot pie really loves that movie. And when I do Roz, she just cracks up. She thinks it's the funniest
Aw.
thing ever. Do it again, Granny. Do it again.
Oh my god, how adorable. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That they wrote for accuracy, check for accuracy.
Accuracy.
I'm sorry, I had to pause there. Miss, Dr. Tisha, excuse me.
I've never seen somebody so happy to be looking at a sack lunch of another individual in my entire life.
I know. Look at her. She is freaking thrilled to be there.
Although, let me give Amy a little compliment sandwich. It appears wherever we are in her home, probably the master bedroom, we're looking into her bathroom, which looks very clean. So good
Yes,
for
it
you,
does.
Amy.
Agree. And look what Tess said. Get someone who looks at you like Amy looks at Letecia. That is so true.
Hey, MK Lennon here because he's going to be big mad he missed Amy. That's his favorite.
I don't know why the Nightbot's not working, you guys, but I'll check it. Add it as a monitor or as a ring.
It's been problematic. Nightbot has not been working for me either. I think it's just there's some kind of issue. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Okay, well, yeah. So I'll just drop Jen's link occasionally, and the rest will have to wait. It's okay. But thank you, Jen. I mean, like the join links, like the member links, stuff like that, Jen.
It's just the way you said it, and the rest will have to wait. Yeah,
Well,
just funny. It's just funny.
Tried to do the join link and it didn't work. So just saying. Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Nice. So do they do that to make sure that they're actually making sure they give you the right stuff?
I mean, that's what accurate
I guess
means.
so, but I mean, if it took this long,
Yeah.
I mean, that still ain't taken away for how they done me with it and taking it from me and doing all that nonsense they did.
Yeah. It was funny the other day when I was with your Aunt Brenda. She was talking to your stepmom, and she was like, telling her like about all the times I've called.
Okay, I swear I'm not going to pause a ton. I want to say that we are going to put these out with no commentary. Of course, whenever Jen wants after our lives tonight, we can post them tonight or whatever. I don't care. But just a couple things. Lunch Lady, thank you for being a member for 18 months. Good to see you, by the way. And also, so Jen, usually when you see a pick in someone's hair like this, it's someone who has curly hair, textured hair, and that's why it stays in place because, they're using it to pick out. They have very tight curls, right?
Yes.
Letecia doesn't have that. Why is it not moving in her hair?
Because the grease in her hair is working the same way Gorilla Glue works. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
holding it in there. It's
Good to know. Thank you. Where should I put these to get them out of the way? I don't know.
put it right across Amy's face.
She's like, if anything ever goes wrong, she's like, you can just let Amy know and she'll handle it. I was like, yeah, I have no problem calling down there.
No. So how about it's not it's 28 states that WillPath is not allowed in.
What?
Mm-hmm. So I met this other person in here who has several lawsuits against them, and I looked up their lawsuits on the law library because I was like, let me read theirs, and I read several of them, and I was like, oh my god, and they just got a $50,000 lawsuit on them for incidents that happened, and I was just like, oh Lord, and then I was like. You're banned in that many states. How you even are allowed to practice any kind of medical care is like mind blowing, And I messaged them again yesterday, and I said I'm just continuing with the grievance process, letting you know what's going on, following up on the incidents from July 22nd when I busted my head open, just following up, letting you know that Maggie in the med cart. What went on again, just following up with that again, and my bottom bunk restriction, and I went on with that because it talks about in that because that court in Denver is a federal court, so it talks about how you have to whatever. So when you call, because I need to know because I
just real quick, Jen, regarding the date, this one would have to be September, right? Because this was the one before yours, so you would think that it would have to be.
Right. This one has to be September of 2022.
Okay.
But also, Letecia, I don't give a rat's fat kneecap what you looked up at the law library. All right. Let me refresh your recollection. Prisoners are frequently quite litigious. Okay. And a lawsuit does not equal a win, lady. It just means they're in litigation. Cut it out. Look at how she's like the Grinch when he thought about stealing the Christmas from the Who's down in Whoville. She's like got her little fingers together.
Samantha, so this woman that she's talking to, she met her through watching the case on social media, reached out to her, became like best friends with her. And eventually by this point, she's preparing for trial. And, she's the only person that really talks to her anymore. She's most of her phone calls at this point, because we have heard those phone calls. We got the last calls, several months ago, a long time ago. It started out as just a true crime, someone who watched true crime and became best friends with her, became her power of attorney,
became her secretary.
became her secretary and her only friend. Her name is Amy. She did come out and do one interview after the trial, and then other than that, she's been pretty quiet.
Come back out, Amy. We got questions. I'll be nice, I promise.
Same. For real. Okay.
I need to know about that fee, and I can't. Like, I don't know what they're doing in my mail. Like, if my dad and them just got that letter, I mailed that letter over 2 months ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I was there, your stepmom was like, we just got a letter from her. Like, I forget how long ago she said, but it was recent. And I was like, well, she mailed me one too. I still haven't gotten the one that you sent me.
Yeah. So it's just.
And your Aunt Brenda hasn't gotten hers either.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, okay, well, where is it going? So I need to know what their response was, because if they took that package that went back out to them. So that's why I'm like, okay, I need to figure out if they actually got it in their hands there, the actual response that I sent them, because I got their first one back, but I needed to know what the case number was so I could have the fee. So I don't know if the jail took that one, hid it, did whatever with it, or what. So I needed to know that back.
I mean, you're fantastic.
Well, I'll call them first thing Monday morning. I kept thinking it was Friday. I was going to call.
I mean, you're fantastic at the English language, so it couldn't possibly have been maybe that you didn't write the address correctly. It definitely couldn't have been on your part, because everybody knows that everyone in that jail wakes up every day and the first thing they think about is, how can we fuck with Letecia today? Girl.
Okay, so look. I was on another screen, is why I didn't hit pause quick enough when you started talking. So I was looking over here. I had Googled about her suing, because I know we have the paperwork. I have a video on it. I just don't have it easy. It's not easy for me to get to.
No, I figured, babe. I figured.
So, but look, if you look here, we have September 2022. 2 articles that went out about her suing the jail in September. Those are the earliest I can find, September 27th and September 28th. So here's one of those articles. And let me see if there's any more information. So on September 15th, she was in court after they had filed for a second mental health evaluation. Oh, wait, let's see. Letecia Stauch, who's currently incarcerated, is now suing El Paso County over violations of her kosher diet and medical neglect at the jail, according to the lawsuit, which was filed Thursday, September 22nd. So all of these would have to be after that, right?
Well, right. So this must be at the end of September. Potentially, we're talking about having both calls in October, actually.
Well, there was only one in October, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that email. My bad.
That's okay. But yeah, so you're right. That means this one, yours, what you'd think would be the October one for sure.
Mine has to be out the October one, right?
And I bet you one of the other, okay, so 2 were kept from us, you guys. The one where she never shows up, but I guess Amy did. And then the other one, because you'll see on Jen's, we'll see Amy before Tisha gets there. But on the other one, I bet you they were going over lawsuit stuff.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Because they kept it for personal information.
Right. Yeah. And that lawsuit is actually still... that hasn't completely been resolved, has it? The one for El Paso?
I think he dismissed it. Let me look here.
Did he?
I saw something about it. Yeah. So a federal judge in August dismissed her lawsuit. Yeah.
Okay.
But now she has. So that's earlier why I was confused when he first asked me, because she's currently in a lawsuit against Kansas Department of Corrections.
Right.
It's still open.
Yeah. So then I wonder. I mean, I guess she could always refile. So maybe that's why. If they were talking about the lawsuit, it would be personal information. I mean, the lawsuit's public.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, Lynn, I wonder if Amy maybe, I don't know. I wonder if maybe Amy helped and she shared, or
I wonder, yeah.
She may not know if it's dismissed, Rachel,
That's true. And also, personal information is like a broad term, right? Because Alice, I don't know what you have, but could you stop? I don't know. I mean, Amy was her power of attorney, and they did. There was a lot of talk about that dadgum retirement money, and at this moment in time, she's still talking to Amy. I doubt she's accused her of taking it yet, right? So maybe they were talking about that, because I don't even remember when she actually got that payout, because there was a lot of kerfuffle, remember,
I don't
between
know either.
notoriety.
I'm
no-
terrible with
notary.
dates, and I don't remember either, Jen. I just yeah, so I wouldn't be the person that could answer that.
Right. Well, I'm just saying it might have something. I mean, they talk about. I mean, Amy is her secretary, so
Yeah.
it could
Amy's
be any
so-
number of things when it comes to personal information, bank
Yeah,
account
very
numbers,
true.
anything like that. So
Yeah. Lisa says Letecia needs concealer and talks about her dark circles. She does look really bad in this. I was surprised when at this point she's been in there for a couple years, but she just looks really pale and unhealthy in it. But
and also, to be fair, the gel lighting ain't that great either.
True.
And that fluorescent lighting will do a number on your skin as far as it comes across. And then, but also, yes, concealer would be nice, but I would much rather see shampoo and soap.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're going to prioritize. She's got to be clean before she can conceal, because otherwise that concealer is just going to run right off her face.
Hey, Margie. Margie said she spent all day with you, Bendy, and she's happy to see you again.
Aw, thank you, Margie.
And then the last one I was going to ask you, ask you what payout.
Okay, so Letecia had this retirement fund. It wasn't very much money from North Carolina. And she was trying to get access to that money. And she and Amy were coordinating it. And how it ended up happening is, because Amy became her power of attorney, what Letecia did is had the para company deposit the check into Amy's bank account. And then Amy was supposed to give it to Letecia, send it to Harley, put money on her books. I mean, she had directions. So that's what she's talking about. Or that's the payout I'm talking about anyway.
Yeah. And then Pika, that Lori Vallow lipstick, which Lori, she's going to be speaking out. I look forward to that.
Me too.
Kathy.
I still maintain that it's hot Cheeto dust that's Lori's shade of choice for the lip and the blush.
Could be. It really could be. It totally looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick before I press play, I have an idea. I want to give away a Patreon membership. So the way I'm going to do it is, instead of like guessing numbers, whoever can come up with, maybe I'll do a couple, whoever has the most clever comments or the funniest comments, because you guys come out with some really great stuff when we're watching these, I'll be starring them along the way. Like I just starred Lisa. She said when we were talking about how she doesn't.
Can you imagine if she'd have had a face transplant? That would have gone so horribly wrong, because she would refuses to keep her sutures clean. Look at her.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been a bad infection. So I'll be starring comments along the way, and then I'll let you guys know at the end who I'm choosing. Okay, is there anything else before? And you guys, we still have 25 minutes of this, so we got a lot to get through. I'm excited about that. We have, and then 30 minutes on Jen's.
Yes.
So, okay, anything you got before I press play?
No.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Today, and then when you said it was Saturday, I was like, oh shit, you're right, it's Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll call him first thing Monday morning and see if I can't get a hold of somebody.
It's crazy. Did you see where the cop here in Colorado left the person in the back of the car and a train hit him?
No.
Yes, it's crazy. I guess they put the person in the back of the car and left the cruiser on the train track, and the train hit him.
Oh my god, when did that happen?
It was yesterday.
Oh wow, no, I'll have to look that up. It seems like Colorado, it's like a planet of its own. It's not even like a state.
It was like, so I was watching World News yesterday, and it was like the top 3 stories on World News was all Colorado. I was like, man, Colorado's lighting up today. So they got ready to, we were watching SmackDown, and then SmackDown, it was like top stories coming up, and all of them are coming up, and the deputies all run out trying to turn off the TV. I was like, they're all turning them off because all the top stories are about Colorado police.
I don't know, like, why people would voluntarily want to live there. Like, I get, like, if you're military and you get stationed there and you can't help it, but, like, why do people want to
Look at her face when they laugh right there after she says Colorado police. She does this crazy eye look at the camera. Watch.
Yes, she
Did you
does.
see it?
Yes,
She does have some pretty teeth, though. I got to give
she
her that.
does.
Got some
You
nice
got a party mouth, Tisha Lynn.
teeth. Yeah, she does. Sling blade, right?
No, that's Deliverance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, completely different. No, I don't recommend. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's also like horrifying. So no, I'm not going to recommend you. You're on your own.
The same vibe.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, look at her. Jesus.
Watch this.
All right.
I don't know, like, why people would voluntarily want to live there. Like, I get, like, if you're military.
She did it twice.
She's watching herself or something. I don't know. It's
she is.
You get stationed there and you can't help it, but, like, why do people want to voluntarily live there?
I know. It was crazy. I was like,
talk to you, Amy.
I was like, it's okay, guys. I was like, I said, turn it to the guys channel. You can listen, but then the guys channel was off, and that never happened. I said, oh yeah, it's about police. So I was like, 105.5. You can hear it on the radio, and everybody went to the radio. And they were like, they left a lady in the cruiser. Because I don't be promoting listening to the news, but
look how she's
saying
her hair is
because
greasy.
I was sitting there like, like the whole Elijah McCain thing. They started saying like what went on with that or whatever, and so everybody was listening. And then they had found 1 million fentanyl pills, and I had to. Well, when world news come on, I had to like look and like count the zeros to make sure I was like seeing that right, because I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, because I was like, wait a minute now.
I think I heard about that because I was watching something on the news the other day. It might have been Colorado, I don't know, but they confiscated some fentanyl pills from somebody. But the guy on the news was talking about how they found so many fentanyl pills it was enough to kill everybody in like the state, and I was like, holy shit.
Dang, it probably was. I saw the commercial where it was saying that the Colorado was the #1 in auto theft, and then I could swear it said cocaine, but everybody's running down. It can't be cocaine; it has to be meth. But either way, but they're like, thanks, Jared Polis, and I was like, dang, what is going on out there?
God. Yeah, it's scary. Now, see, I have an aunt that lives in Denver. She's lived there like since I've existed. She's been there forever. And she's like, it's so nice out here. You would love it. And every time she says that, I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't know. They got the one girl that stole the Declaration of Independence, she's back. And so,
is she?
So then the other girl, she's been yelling, we the people of the United States of America. And she keeps saying it over and over. We the people of the United States of America. I said, look, you need to go hang out with a Declaration of Independence girl. I'm like, y'all get along quite well. And then the other girl, she's been up there screaming forever and ever and ever because they took her hostage from Cuba. And I said, wait.
Oh.
I said, so you mean to tell me? Oh Lord, somebody going crazy again. I said, they done came and took you from Cuba? And she said, yes, they came and got me from Cuba. I said, when?
And brought her there?
Yeah. She said, 2 days ago. I said, exactly how did they bring you here from Cuba? She said, on my motorcycle.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, the
Letecia,
pause. The pause.
Are you...
I'm trying to stop laughing and look at it again. Go ahead, Jen. I ain't looking at it, so I can hear you.
Okay. Tisha, are you really judging the veracity of somebody else's story? Are you really judging somebody for their truthfulness? You big lying liar face who tells lies, who lives on Liars Lane in the town of Liarsville? Stop it. Also, it's interesting some of the things that she says when she talks about other prisoners that are in there with her and their stories, because she frequently mimics, but she adds her own spice to it. Doesn't get it quite right because, of course, you cannot talk about something that you yourself have never actually experienced and it sounds genuine. Girl.
Dude, I was thinking.
She looks like a Muppet right here.
You are speaking exactly what I was thinking, though. Listen to it. Like, you're seriously going to, number one, like, gossip and talk trash about these people because they're talking crazy while you've talked the craziest shit of anyone. And then also, I'm thinking, Amy, you are so into this conversation. Like, it's truly concerning. You're
Yes.
sick, lady. This is like, do you know what she did? That's why you reached out to her. And look at you. You could not be more fucking tickled to death
Yes.
to have this conversation.
And the thing is, you don't look, you can tell when someone is genuinely laughing, right? But you can hear it. But now we have a visual. So now we know the face Amy is making on all those 11 billion phone calls where she's just laughing and giggling and having the best time of her life talking to this person. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, Letecia, did you ever get your liver back?
Yeah.
Did the Volturi
Exactly.
give you your liver back yet? Or how's that going? Like which class are you taking currently? How many did you pass potions? What happens? Get out of here.
Look,
Fuck
Nancy
off.
said taking screenshots in case of another meme contest. Not 11 billion. Jen loves 11 billion.
11 billion.
Oh, and all I could think also listening was shut up, Tisha.
Yeah. Shut up, Tisha.
There we go. Okay.
This is not the night before her trial, California, Amy. This is like September 2022. These are the last video visits. She doesn't have anything happening in 2023, which
So
her
her
trial
trial-
started in April 2023.
Yeah, her trial was in the spring. She does not have any phone calls or video visits after this. She has a couple phone calls we went over that are also from September, and these video visits that we're going to go over tonight here and on Jen's. And this is it. This is the last of communication, except by letter, with Tisha until the trial.
Yep, that's about it. Yeah.
Yep. So okay, here we go.
What is she on?
Okay, well, let me know.
And what are
You know,
you
I
on,
work
Amy?
out for you.
Yeah,
I turned around
it's
there.
a hell of a trip in 2 days. I was
Yeah.
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, we were in the med cart line, and the deputy's standing there. I go, "This is why I keep telling y'all stop doing these drugs." And I looked at the swing girl, and I said, "I keep telling y'all are getting worse every time. Stop, quit."
Yeah, dude, I saw a tweaker today because I was out. I was serving papers for your aunt. I did 2 of them. One was it was the other side of Fayetteville, like the other side of Fort Bragg, and then I had to go from there to like Shannon. But it was like on my way back through Fayetteville to head towards Shannon. There's this tweaker like in the middle of the road, like a little,
God.
what do they call it, like the little center medians?
Yeah.
And he had a little sign going on. He couldn't stand still long enough to hold the sign for anybody to read it. He's doing the whole like tweaker thing like
God.
this, and I'm just at the stoplight, like please don't come to my car because like I was trying to avoid eye contact with this guy.
It's crazy, man. And
Did
then
you
when
wear
they get
those Ross
permanently
glasses,
damaged,
Amy, while you were doing that?
Yeah. And oh God, no, not these people on drugs, not these people who might be asking for a ride, but I'm going to go be BFFs with someone who murders children.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to make eye contact with the, person who's probably on drugs because they're trying to self-medicate an underlying mental health issue. No.
Yeah.
No.
Ah, you're
When you were filling out your paperwork.
and look at her face there. Amy. Okay, here we go.
Mm.
and they tweaking for life constantly. Like, we have some of those in here.
Oh,
They go to get their trays, and they're like,
you are.
and I'm like, don't drop the tray. Stop. And then some of those, they want to serve the trays, and I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea that they serve the trays.
That's not a good idea.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's not funny. But like these people, you have to know what they're getting themselves into. And I often wonder, like, the first time these people try these drugs, like the first time people try meth, like what makes them want to try it? Like what looks appealing about it? What makes them say, you know what? I want to try that.
Yeah, this one girl, she's on my tier. She was actually in nursing school. And she was like, man, I became addicted. She said, I was taking 50 fentanyls a day. I said, wait. Did I hear that right? Like, not a month, but a day? She said a day. I was just like, my face was like stunned. I was just like, oh, wow. I said, how are you like maintaining the nursing school? She said, I was. She's like, what? You caught up with me and I'm here. She said, because then what happens is you start to commit crimes to feed your addiction. And then now I'm here.
Yep. That sucks. If she had a good career and her whole life ahead of her.
And my mind was just blown. I'm like, wow, girl, like,
I'm gonna wait.
so
Yeah,
But
that sucks.
we have had so many. The one deputy last night, she was like, hey, she's like, what is going on with all your friends? She was like, you have all your friends in here that they keep sending in here. I said, these are not my friends. She was like, they got all the special crew. You see this one strange lady keeps coming behind the screen here? Yeah, she gets on people's visits and all kinds of stuff. Like, she hoards stuff.
You don't
in
know her?
I don't know her house. She went on somebody's visit yesterday and tried to talk to their kid, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah, and like, so they thought they were going to beat her up. And I was like, whoa, y'all, stop, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Does she
saved
not get
Letecia, did you? They're just all in there listening to you and going based on your life advice. Girl, bye. You can't even wash your hair.
Oh my God.
Also, 50 fentanyl a day. Come on, Letecia. Does that even make good sense? It doesn't.
I will say I've seen people be able to do drugs you could never imagine they could do, like 100 Roxys in a day.
Jeez.
But it's just annoying the way that they're talking down about those people when Letecia's in there for what she is, and also Amy acting like she don't know shit about that life.
I was gonna say, but you say it so much better. Please.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's annoying too. Come on, dude. We were not born yesterday. We are not yesterday.
We might have been born at night, girly, but it wasn't last night.
Yeah. Voices Carrie says this is like days of our lives.
Oh my God.
Justin, it is wild, but if somebody is hooked on like harder stuff like heroin and stuff, you would be surprised at how much they can handle it.
That's true. Their tolerance. Look at those puppies, Allie, in the profile picture, and Justin's profile picture.
Cute, Justin.
Aren't they cute?
I didn't even notice. They're adorable.
Look at Leticia's face.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when we paused it. Tess said my ex-hubs probably did a 50 patch of fentanyl a day, just being realistic. I'm not exaggerating when I say like 100 in a day. It'd be like 10 at a time of the 30s, like 10 times a day, every hour or something, or yeah.
Wow. I mean, I know that the more you use, the higher your tolerance becomes. I understand that. But the human body is the human body, and especially pills, your body it's your body itself can only take so much, especially, the things that are mixed with some pain medication. Like I'm not familiar with like oxycodone or Roxy. I only really know a lot about like hydrocodone, which is obviously, mixed with acetaminophen, and your liver can only handle so much acetaminophen.
Right. Well, with the Roxys, that's all that's in it is the oxycodone. But like I said, if your tolerance is built up on heroin, or even when the 80s were around, you'd be surprised how much like people can handle that are way deep in it, especially if have been on methadone as well.
But it's sad, and it's nothing to make fun of.
No,
and be judgy about, especially Letecia out here being a whole child murderer. Shut up. Michelle, does who look like Uncle Fester? Letecia or Amy?
Letecia. I see it. And I see it.
Yes. If her hair, she looks like when they made the Addams Family movie, when what is his name? He was Doc Brown from Back to the Future. What is that actor's name? If it's his Uncle Fester, yes. But the original from the Addams Family show, no.
Pika says, hugs to those that have witnessed an addict suffer till death. That's some shit I would never wish on anyone, period. And I'm right there with you.
Christopher Lloyd, yes. Thank you. Yes, also to that too. It's sad. Like, why are you being all like, look where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
gross.
how dare you, Letecia? Like, I mean,
And look how happy she is to do it.
She's just happy. Do you keep all that grease in your hair, to hold in all that audacity? Like, you got some nerve, ho.
Yeah.
Like people that visit her or something, maybe? Like
No, she doesn't. But like, she just fixes the phone system to the person's kid and starts talking. Or like, that's a no. That's someone's kid.
That's so weird. It's not funny,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
why
so
I
weird.
just took my food from this side to that side because I didn't want to have to be like smack across over here.
Yeah, I saw her come back behind the. I thought maybe it was somebody you knew. I
Nope.
saw her like looking like this.
They moved her last night. They moved her to the tower. And then when she was in line for the tower, I went, okay, I don't even give this 24 hours. She is not going to make it in the tower. She stole our razor list.
Yeah.
What are those collectors? What are they called? Collectos? Is that what they called them?
Kleptos.
What
They
is
take,
it?
like, where they just hoard stuff and take them. And I mean, piece
Oh,
of paper and everything. So she took
like hoarders.
well, but I think they call them collectos, something like that. But anyway, so she took her razor list, right? Took it in her room. We're like, where's our razor list? She had took it. Okay, she takes every book we had and took it in her room. Like she kept taking stuff, and we're like, where's all of our stuff going? Like, what is going on? Okay, so then there was a story of the missing candy bar that went on that we got locked down for. And so the deputy was like, all right, guys, I'm going to give y'all one chance for the missing candy bar. And I was like, what candy bar? I'm just sitting over here at the spades table. Who's got the candy bar, Sue? I stood up, me and two other people were like, if somebody don't find this missing candy bar, it is not going to turn out good because I'm sick of losing time. Where's the candy bar? So apparently the wrapper was upstairs inside the trash cans. They thought they could be sneaky by hiding the wrapper upstairs now. So I was like, come on,
Wow.
man. I said, they have these high-tech cameras that can, like, literally scroll in on your rooms and see you sleeping.
Yeah.
And you think you're getting away with this missing candy bar. So her and her little posse had stole someone's candy bar and had thought they were sneaky by going in themselves and eating it, hiding the wrappers upstairs.
Wow.
And then they stole
Like,
it.
catch 'em, like,
Then they stole it from the mentally ill girl. And I was like, oh, heck no. So
oh my god. So okay, when y'all like go on like rec time and stuff, like does the cell door stay open, or can you come out and shut your door?
no, you have to keep your doors open. So that's the thing is like, the doors are open. That's the policy is they have to be open or they have to be completely shut with the lock on. But the problem with that is if you need to go in your room and bathroom and all that, the deputy's not going to keep clicking it and open it. We don't have a way to open it ourselves. And I have to pee too much,
Yeah.
so I'd be having to
Yeah.
ask them, to unlock mine the whole day. So I guess it was commissary day, and I guess they saw opportunity and went in there. And I said, so I turned around to everybody. I said, y'all do realize all they got to do is roll the camera back. So you might as well just go
Yeah.
find this missing candy bar. So then the girl that was beside us, she almost got in trouble for it because someone had gave her a candy bar. And the girl had set the candy bar upstairs for her to get it when she came up to shower. And so the deputy goes to her. So she's like, I'm giving you a chance to tell me that candy bar. She was like, I didn't take a candy bar. She's like, I didn't.
That poor girl.
And the girl's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, was that your candy bar sitting up in the shower? And she's like, I don't have a candy bar. But she didn't know the girl had left her a candy bar. So it was this whole.
Is this what Prisneyland is like? Just like fighting over candy and weird people that you assume are weird trying to eavesdrop on your calls. Justin, I just want to say thank you for being a member for 1 month. And I agree. So awesome to see all the people in recovery. It really is. There is no life out there. If you're an addict and you are using, if there's just no life in that. And if you want a life, it is totally possible. Just have to give it a little bit of effort. Even if you think it's completely impossible, it's not. I'm going to, like I had already said in the chat, I was going to leave that subject there. I don't mean to trigger anyone, but I just want to say thank you. And I totally agree with you. Okay, bet Jen's smoking. Let's keep going.
No, I'm actually sitting right here behaving.
I didn't hear from you. But this is exciting, right? Her days consist of...
Right, and being a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detective Dr. T is on the case. She solved it. Y'all, they have cameras that can scroll back or scroll in and scroll back. Letecia. They can look at the camera footage, correct? They can rewind it. That's what you're talking about. And it's zoom in. Dr. T,
scrolling. For someone, she is educated. We can't deny that, whether we like the school she's went to or not. She says she has a doctorate. She did complete her doctorate. We know she didn't do her dissertation. Regardless, she has some education under her belt.
She was classified as illiterate at the prison. That's all. That's
for
the witness.
Who has so much education. She has so very, like, such a small vocabulary.
She does. And she uses words really incorrectly. And yeah, I'm going to be judgy of her.
Hell yeah.
Not other people. Like, I'm not, whatever, but her, because she acts like she's better than everybody else. We know why you're in there, Letecia. We know that you're guilty. Now you're fixing at this point in the timeline, you're about to be found guilty in about 6 months. So, I mean, where do you get off? You can't even lie good. Your lies don't even make sense.
Think about this. Like, your only contact with the outside world is this. You're not trying to, even Amy has contact with Harley. You're not trying to check on your daughter who's about to stop talking to you forever at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And you're not going to check on your parents, your Aunt Brenda. You don't want to hear about you're just like rambling about yourself, very selfish, and what you're up to every day in the fucking jail.
Right. All the drama in the jail and how you are all up in it, Nosy Parker.
Yeah. Well, they're about to get into Amy seeing the news about her. You know how Amy asks about stuff. She'll always sneak shit in there.
Yeah, she is. Amy's slick. She tries to be slick anyway.
All right, here we go.
All right,
well, candy bar mystery for a day. But that girl didn't really take it. And she was like, oh, I didn't know she had left me a candy bar upstairs. And it was this whole, like, I was like,
I feel so bad for that girl.
I know. I started to be like, okay, guys, who's missing a candy bar? I started to just give them a candy bar and just, because we weren't going to unlock till they figured out the candy bar issue,
Oh, God.
But then they looked at the cameras and figured it out. And then the next day, someone gave away an extra tray. So the deputy got pissed and was like, that's it. You're locking down because now we're locked down now. She's like, you're locking down. You're not coming out because such and such gave away an extra tray. So I go to the door. Everybody knows I'm going to be like, excuse me, what's the problem? What did we do wrong? And she was like, you can thank that cell for giving away trays. I was like, well, we're behind the door. How are we in trouble? So I grieved it.
Yeah.
And the sergeant wrote back and was like, well, the deputy shouldn't be locking y'all down. If someone gave away an extra tray, I would talk to this deputy. And I was like,
what's the big deal about giving away, like, if you don't want your food, like, why can't you give it away?
They just, I don't know, some people just go absolutely crazy. And we had to lock down the whole entire time because of that.
That's so stupid. It goes back to the whole, like, they want everybody to get along, so, like, fights don't happen. But then you do nice things like that and you get in trouble for it. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. And, like, our group is, like, 50% normal, 50% extreme special, like, so I'm like, come on now. It can't be too many people doing much wrong because, like, we're running around half the time trying to make sure half our group is taking showers. Like, one girl's autistic. And they sent, like, and then I tried to explain it to this deputy, like, and he, so she's banging her head, and I'm like, she's autistic. This is how she deals. That's how she deals with sensory issues. He goes and has her put in a turtle suit. It says she's suicidal.
Wow.
And I just walked away. I was like, I can't even. I was like, but they brought her back over here the next day.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks for her, though, because she's probably confused, doesn't know what's going on.
I gave her my radio for like 30 minutes to bring her from here to here. So I had calmed her down because when the people came and got me, they was like, can you deal with her? She has autism. I said, okay. So I got her from here to here. And then so she had another episode. She started banging her head on the doors. And like, not hard, but, just like a sensory,
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to them. I said, sir, she's extremely autistic. This is what she has to do. Unless you have another way for her to have some kind of squeeze ball or some other way, this is what's going to happen. I don't know what else you want me to do. like not suicidal. But they don't have training in this kind of thing, so of course they don't know, and they just hemmed her up in the suicide ward. So,
and like I said, she probably didn't even really have a good grasp on what was going on, and was probably very confused and very stressful.
And then we had the other girl, and this is all going on because they got these new laws which I understand, I agree with, where they can't. Extreme people can't be locked behind a door more than that. You know, they have to be out more than an hour. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I do. So then the other girl, the one I told you about, that all of a sudden starts saying she's going to run up the stairs, you know, and all this and all that, you know, and then she's like, all of a sudden she's looking around at everybody going, I wonder who I can kill. I'm going,
Hold up.
you know, and then she's like, all of a sudden she's looking around at everybody going, I wonder who I.
Sorry. Thank you, Jim John Don't Know. They say, I love this channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's super sweet. And then Psycho Cunt, thank you for being a member for 15 months. And I love you back. I was trying to get a better pause than that, but that's the best I got. Okay.
I can kill. I'm going, oh my Lord,
What?
now she's flipping homicidal.
So now situations like that, what do they do with people like that? Like,
with all the shit we know, all the ways that she's acted, listen how she talks about people. You do the same shit. The exact same shit. Amy, you know it. You've been on the phone with her while she talks about them taking her liver and all the other dumb shit and drinking blood. And look at her right there. That Letecia. I'm so sorry. All I can think about is like Aunt Brenda on the phone with her, like telling her, basically, baby girl, you ain't looking so good these days. Which she didn't say that, but you guys know. Oh my God.
Like, now she has to be like completely by herself now. Like,
yeah. You think she was doing that on purpose to get put by herself?
I think so, because I heard her on the phone telling her imaginary friends that. So.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I bet she was saying that stuff because she wanted to be put by herself.
I think so too. Yeah. So I've been doing all this for like a week, back and forth with all these people. We finally got that one girl who keeps peeing herself on diapers.
You are such a shit talker. She is so judgmental and hates everybody. Look at her face. She is just so happy to shit talk people. Tell Amy, while you're busy telling her about the girl that pees on herself all the time, about you and how you throw shit water out of the toilet on other inmates, or about how you have done finger paintings in blood on your walls and ask for the guards to come look at them, and they can't find anywhere that you're bleeding from. You have no right to be judging anybody. These people she's talking about, it's pissing me off because they probably have real issues, the same issues that she's exploited and put people like that are the people who suffer because of her lies and bullshit.
Correct.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Look here, Tisha Lynn. Okay, let me just set you straight right quick. Ma'am, how dare you? Like, you have some nerve, girl, making fun of these women after your period painting and you're flinging poo water in somebody's drink. Are you kidding me? Let me add, I can, what did she say? What did she say she could do to a toilet in 10 seconds for her toilet talking? You talk to people by putting your face in a toilet. You are the last person who should be judging anybody, not to mention why you're in there in the first damn ass place. Okay. And Amy, you're over here acting like this heffalump doesn't play these reindeer games. This is just your entertainment. You know damn right well this heifer has been saying for months and months that she pushes a button and the Volturi come in, and that if she wants the ninjas, and that's her word, to leave her alone, she has to draw a square, when everybody knows in the free world that it's a circle, not a square, that keeps the ninjas away and at bay. They've stolen her pancreas, her liver, part of her lung. She's failed potions. So half the time she's playing Harry Potter, and the other half of the time she's playing Twilight. Get out of here and get bent, Tisha.
Yeah. And then Pika said, not period painting. I could have went my whole life without hearing that. I know, same, but it's true. This was in her jail files. We learned that that's what she was doing and going, come look at my art. Look at my art. And then, yeah.
And Peekaboo, if I have to know about the period painting, you got to too.
Yeah.
We can't know this information alone.
Exactly. I'm looking for that report that she did. I'm just way back in the tray was used over 100 times in these documents. So I'm going through it while we
And
listen.
I would imagine also, Tisha, just as a side note, that the woman who's incontinent is cleaner than you are.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I would
You
agree
are
with
out here judging everybody and everything when you've got the straightest hair I've ever seen. And it's also, you have a lot of hair, but each strand is fine. And you can keep a pick in your hair
Yeah.
without curl, without product, because your product is your own filth.
And look at their faces as they like just trash talk everybody in there, it's crazy.
Amy's still working through her issues and not being invited to the 8th grade slumber party. Let's be real. She's just happy to be included.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Yep. Exactly.
I'd rather be alone than talking to this.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ugh, okay, here we go.
Like,
So
wait.
funny, but it is.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, she needs diapers. Like, it's every single day. It's
they're
like
gross,
piss
these-
everywhere, all on the floor, coming out the cell. Like,
That's nasty.
Okay, I have found where she grieved about that. Let's see what she put in her grievance. And that happened on September 20th. So we're right on the timeline, Jen. We're pretty
look
close.
at us. I'm proud of us.
Me too.
Sometimes we're smart. So smart.
This is Letecia's words, by the way, you guys. The capital letters, and then the ma'am is the other people. So
you read Tisha and I'll read the ma'am.
Okay, perfect. On 9/20 in redacted, Deputy Matos locked bottom tier down for dinner at 5:05 to serve dinner. She picked an inmate from redacted to help serve the top tier. Apparently, that inmate gave an extra tray to someone on the top tier. She then announced to bottom tier, I quote, "You can thank that inmate because you lost the rest of your time until shift change because she gave out a tray. We were behind locked doors. This is ludicrous." Luda. Abuse of power, mass punishment. And there are policies in place for stealing, not having anything to do with the bottom tier, security issues, etc. Abuse of power, of course.
Abuse of power and ludicrous.
Yeah.
Luda.
Letecia. It's not how you spell ludicrous.
It's
It
not
is how
at
you
all.
spell the rapper's name, but
Correct.
okay.
Ma'am, thank you for letting me know about this incident. I will look into this. Without knowing the other side of the situation, I would think that you shouldn't have been locked down for someone else's behaviors. I will ask Deputy Matos, Sergeant Dodge.
Sergeant Dodge, you know you ain't getting the whole story, honey.
No, you're not. You ain't even getting a quarter of the story.
Definitely not. Oh, did you quit talking or cut out?
No, I'm not. I just was quiet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Roll out. Dun, 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 dun.
We're going to roll on. We got just a few minutes left. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I could not handle it.
boys coming here. The boys coming here to.
Wait, let me just say, I do have also an article to read to you guys, which is very interesting. And I think you guys will like to hear it. Like, they're going to talk about this article. We're going to read it, and then we'll go over to Jen's after the article. So, okay.
Roman crew herself, and they came by ourselves. Do y'all want deodorizer? I'm like, please. They're spraying us up in there. I'm like, thank God. But it gets bad.
Yeah.
That, like the girls, I was talking to a sergeant, and they're like they said they're filing a class action. I told them, I gave them the paperwork. I told them how to do it. I said, y'all can fill it out. I said, here, it's self-explanatory. I said, because it's exposure to Hep A. I said, you can also write to CDC. I said, here's the ways that you can do it. I gave them all the self-explanatory paperwork. It's what they do with it. It's them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
because they're.
I mean, shouldn't they?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying they're right down here with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, situations like that, shouldn't they take that girl and like put her maybe in like the medical ward or something? Because that seems like a medical problem.
Well, medical told her, well, when they talked to the sergeant told her they don't have room for medical for her, they don't have room for here for her, and like all those things or whatever. But the problem, like, here's the thing though, the fecal stuff is Hep A. You could be,
Yeah.
you could be exposed to Hep A and stuff like that. So
So what about when you threw feces on another inmate out of the toilet? And damn it, Jen, I had something I wanted to ask you, and now it's left my mind. But
You'll remember.
Okay.
the one deputy, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm about to put the one who poops and pees together," and
Oh,
he put
yes.
them both in the cell together.
Just real quick. So
Yes.
Amy, I was just thinking about like how happy she is to even be on this call. You can watch her facial expression. She's just so into this. But I'm noticing something we didn't see in the other video visits. We're not hearing that echo. So is she not recording anymore?
Either she's not recording or she figured out how to do it better.
Okay. Huh. Very interesting.
Like perhaps she plugged earbuds into the what she's recording with.
Yeah. She's probably still recording, but you're right.
She probably still is.
Okay.
Wait, before you push pause or before
you
you push play, Madeline wants to know if we would consider reviewing an interview, but I don't know what interview you're talking about, Madeline. So if you could let me know, I would consider. I consider a lot of things. So yeah, absolutely.
Email it to us. Hey, Kathy Ford.
Yeah.
Okay.
on herself. She's at the door begging for help. Please take me out of here. Please take me out of here. And the deputy is like, well, are you going to shower and stop pooping on yourself? And she was like, yes, if you take me out of here. So she came out of the cell. He put her with somebody else. And then he was like, all right, you're going to shower today. And so she was like, okay. So I asked her cellmate, I said, did she shower? And she was like, yeah, she showered that day. So we'll see if she continues to do it. Because if not, they need to put her back in there with the girl and teach her a lesson. Because that girl can actually help her. Like, you know what I mean? She's just doing it on purpose. And she's
Oh my
playing
God, hey,
dumb
Jules.
because she's like the story. Again, let me make sure I say the story or the word is that she's taking charges for her family member or something. So she like plays dumb when you like ask her questions. She just be like, she'll be like that's what she does. If you're like, hey, do you want to go shower? She's like,
What?
oh, her mom did a lot of drugs.
She's talking about Amy on I think she's talking about the interview of Amy going on Pretty Okay. So it's on a paid platform, but there is the Glares version. Melissa Jade has went over it before. I can't drop her link. I'm going to try. The Nightbot's not working. But maybe we could get some clips from the Glares stream and talk about it if we wanted to.
There you go. Letecia, are you serious right now? All them thoughts swirling around up in that head of yours, and these are the ones that won. Okay, let's address it. She's pretending? Huh. Ain't that the big old humongous pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
How the nerve of you to even fix your mouth to say that. And I'm with you guys. The gossiping, it's gross that how giddy they are to just, because it's not like they're talking about, oh my gosh, she's wanting to go on a date with this guy and he's got a wife or whatever. Like gossip. It's like, oh, this person with special needs, this person who has autism, this person who's mentally ill, this person whose mom did drugs with them, this person who's on drugs. Like you're just fucking bashing people who have serious issues. When here you are, you had anything you wanted, right? You had a doctorate degree, according to you. We won't, like I said about the dissertation earlier, and you're bashing these people. You had everything you wanted. You took the life of a child and you're bashing people who truly have issues, who need help. You're disgusting. Fucking
and
disgusting.
Then you blamed everybody under the sun for it. Had people investigated that didn't even deserve to be investigated. You had that whole neighborhood in a tizzy thinking that they had a child killer running loose, which they did. You And then what you
Yeah.
did to Gannon.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. Shut up, Tisha.
How dare you gossip about people who are struggling? And Music City Mom, thank you. So she just dropped the link to Melissa's channel. You guys should check that out for that interview because she's reviewed it. And then I did see about the firing squad. Someone in South Carolina was just executed or was going to be executed by a firing squad. It was their choice. And the first one in like 15 years. And then, I clicked the wrong comment of Natasha, but she had said for things they can't control. Exactly.
They have real issues, and you're over here pretending, Maria Sanchez.
Yeah,
Lil
to get
T.
out of killing a child.
Right, you piece of
Nasty
shit.
bitch.
Shut up, Tisha.
Yeah, shut up, Tisha.
Hate her.
Hey, her.
Here we go. Okay.
Drugs with her when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I know she's telling a story because here's why. The deputy sent us in there to clean her room, right? So we had to go in there now. We had to put on suits to clean this room, okay? So we're all wrapped up, putting this stuff on, cleaning this room, mattress down, everything. There's food everywhere, there's crap everywhere, everything. So we go in to clean this room, right? So we're sweeping up food, me and this other girl cleaning up, cleaning mattresses, everything. She comes to our door and goes, "Excuse me, please make sure you do not take my stuff. There's no need, you need to be cleaning my room. Please don't take my mattress. You're violating my rights." Now she comes to the cell and says all this stuff to us now, but just sat there and play dumb like she don't know how to change her pants, don't know how to shower, don't know how to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We did a double take. We went. Hold on now. You just
Where did that come from? Yeah.
Right, you just played the role that you can't even sweep your floor. You've been playing this role this whole time. You can't even sweep. You don't know how to get a mop. You don't know how to get nothing. But you just was using big words, everything, and I went.
That's it. I've got to bring this to your guys' attention real fast while we hear her bash these people. So just quickly for a second, just a couple months prior to this phone call, literally a couple months, this is a narrative in the jail files. So the narrative is inmate Stauch throws feces water at inmate. So at approximately 6:47 p.m., I observed emergency light flashing. I walked up to the cell and observed inmate Stauch, Letecia, punching the glass window on the door with her right knuckles. I asked her to stop punching the door and to tell me what was wrong. She was yelling in anger that her cellmate, redacted, had been leaving her trash all over the cell. She doesn't flush the toilet and her cellmate was filthy. Stauch was pacing in her cell back and forth, telling me she had talked to another deputy about it. She was very angry, but Deputy Turner had already explained to her she could not move housing. I told inmate Stauch that she needed to calm down and that I would talk with Deputy Bird about the situation so we could come up with an appropriate solution. Stauch explained to me she saw mental health and a day sergeant earlier in the day and notified them of this issue. Deputy Bird walked over to the door to talk with Stauch about the situation and was told by Deputy Bird she would not be moving. Stauch told the deputy if she wasn't moved, there was a possibility she was going to punch her roommate, her cellmate. Deputy Bird explained to Stauch she would be charged with assault if she continued with the verbal threat. Stauch explained she didn't care, and it didn't matter anyways. Deputy Bird and I walked away from the cell. I continued to listen to inmate Stauch talking to Blank, telling her that she was going to hurt her. I walked back to Blank and observed Stauch filling up a milk carton that she has gotten from one of the meal passes with feces water from the toilet and observed her throwing it on Blank. Blank was on her bunk and covered her body with the safety blanket. Blank's face was not covered, so when Stauch threw the feces water at her, I observed the liquids touching her face and hair. I immediately called for a Blank. I asked Stauch to turn around, place her hands behind her back. She complied. I opened the door, put her in handcuffs, and double locked them. She was escorted to Blank and observed for 3 hours. She declined medical treatment for her right hand that was bruised, but then ultimately she was escorted to another place and rehoused. So she got her way by throwing the shit water. She's the nastiest of all of them. She is queen, like nasty, okay? All right, that's all. I know it's disgusting, you guys. It is, but also we need to hear about the truth of Miss Queen Nasty here, what she's gossiping about and belittling everybody else, even people that might have mental health issues, drug addictions, things like that. Screw that. Okay. I think Jen's gone for a moment, so let's keep going so we can get over to Jen's channel in just a few minutes. All right, here we go.
I told Debbie, I said, she's playing
We
everybody.
got more after this.
Yeah.
That's what she's
Playing
doing. 'Cause,
everybody, you
like I
would know all
said,
about
the
it.
word is she's supposed to be like taking these charges for somebody. And she's just like
Uh-huh.
acting all like she's dumb and stuff, you know what I mean? And ever since then, she's been like, she goes and gets the tablet and like logs in and all that. She still plays dumb out here, but then me and that other girl know better. So she
Yeah.
has full blown conversations with us. And so
Yeah.
so she was like,
And
go ahead.
also, she obviously has to be like semi-coherent if she can get the tablet and log into it and use it.
Right. And so she plays that role, and so now she like her roommate will come up to me and she'll be like, well, I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna tell the deputies that she's playing that role if she don't go get in the shower.
So, okay, her roommate, like, does she have conversations with her roommate? Like, do they talk like normal people? Like,
Yeah, she was the other person that was helping me clean.
okay.
And so she knows good and well like this scheme she's running. And so then when her roommate found out who the other person is, that's when she was like, oh, it makes sense what's going on. She was like, no, one of this girl has money on her books like crazy. She's like, it makes sense, and that makes sense, you know, like she's like, because I was thinking there's no way this girl got these charges like this and she can't even like formulate a full sentence. And she was like, but I know she really can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long's that girl been there?
Way to go, Tisha Lynn.
Yeah.
You done solved the case.
Yeah. How old is she? Is she like?
Go ahead, Jen.
Way to go, Tisha Lynn. You done solved the case, Inspector Gadget. Shut up. You running the biggest con scam in there. First of all, if you're lying about having dissociative identity disorder, let's start there. But then you done con these other inmates into signing on to some half-ass lawsuit with you at El Paso County, right? Thinking you got them thinking because you went to the law library that they've been a cash in, okay? And then you did the same scam over in Wisconsin or over in Kansas. I can't wait till you understand what vengeance really is.
Yeah, I'm right there. I agree. Co-signed by me. Co-sign your statement. That's all I got, though. Queen Bella said, Jen Lou coming in hot. Look at her hair right there. Like it's so dirty. It just like stays in place. Like it's crazy.
She looks even more like a witch. Let me explain to you folks what we're looking at here. Okay. It is so greasy that the white that you see at the top here, that is not her scalp. No. That's the wall behind her, because it's also, while it's greasy, it's also clumped together and there's a space in between.
Yeah.
And you're saying that you needed to spray deodorizer for another inmate? Girl, bye. You know your hair smells horrible. Your hair, the top of your head probably smells like the dumpster at KFC. Stop playing with these people, Tisha. Oh, Judgy McJudgerson.
You know it does. And also, I don't body shame, but I'm just saying, because she likes to claim this, she's definitely not missing any meals. You can tell. She doesn't look like.
No, she's not starving. She ain't lost an eighth of a pound.
No. And Aunt Brenda will let her know about it if she was having video chats with her.
She sure would. That's why nobody will teach Aunt Brenda about the video chats. Because Aunt Brenda would be up there talking about, oh my God, baby, you look humongous. What you mean you're starving? You don't look like you're starving to me.
Are you okay, baby?
Are you sure you're not eating too much?
Yeah. Okay.
Like younger, like our age,
maybe like 21, 22.
Oh my God, you're
also she's young.
Yeah, girl, she would
God.
walk around in here with like poop all on her pants, just hanging out, and like I'm telling you,
No.
we went in there like all covered up and cleaned it up before, because they were waiting on Roman crew to come, and like Roman crew don't work on certain days. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like we just wrapped up in trash bags and like went in there and started cleaning up, because it was the only way to get the smell out, because lunch was coming and we were like, oh my God, we don't want to smell this and eat.
Look at the pause. Caption
That's
this.
when Aunt Brenda told me I looked humongous.
And then Amy's like, "Oh hell no!"
Amy looks like she can smell you through the video chat. That's what Amy's face is making. Ew. She's giving me a little Jimmy Kimmel, Ariana Grande. L.
I just had. She is. Ugh. I have to give. I'm sorry. I just had to pause one more time to say, like, fuck you, Letecia. For real. 21 years old. Like, that's like a baby. You have a child close to that age, and you're sitting here gossiping with another middle-aged woman about this little girl in jail. If she really is having those problems, like, fuck you. I feel protective of that girl. It pisses me off to hear that. Like, I'm sorry, but then we have kids. Like, I have a kid close enough to that age.
I do too.
Fuck that. That's disgusting, Letecia. The caption is on the screen.
God, we don't want to smell this and eat. And Amy's over there like, yes, ew.
Tony, these are from. This one is in September of the end of September 2022. We don't have the exact date. And then we have one more on Jen's tonight. And those are the last two video chats. So we didn't even know that she had video chats in 2022. Once we found that out, we wanted to get the very last ones before trial to see, because we know that she quit talking to Harley around November, just to see if we could hear anything about some of that. So these are those last two.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
God, we don't want
Jamie.
Sure don't.
She's like, ugh.
She looks like oh God, what is his name? Lucius Malfoy, when Harry Potter says it's the book is his, and he's all, oh, dare you. And Amy's like, yeah. I don't want to say anything, Lisa, but yeah.
Lisa says, Jen Lou, do you remember the Garbage Pail Kids?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Is Tisha one of those? Look at her hair all messed up, the look on her face. She's just, and you're talking shit about all these people.
This is the face that's judging everybody. Okay.
Yeah. Well, here, this is like, it reminds me of like when you hear people online, you'll see in a lot of these like with drama communities and stuff. Then the
person A is judging the shit out of person B. There's a cam slip and person A is built like SpongeBob. Yes.
Exactly.
And I just want to say, ladies, we need to do better. Nope, we shouldn't be doing that to each other, except for this case. Okay. Letecia is perfectly fine because she killed a child.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't care. Like when it comes to, I'm with you, Jen. We can talk all the trash we want about people who have hurt children
and other people.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And animals too. We don't like those either.
Yeah. And Letecia's saying, I'll get you, my pretty.
And your little dog too.
Okay.
Run, traitor, run.
Did someone screen grab this? I'll go in and get it after, daggone it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
You know, Liz, you know what I'm saying?
Do they give you gloves at least?
Yeah, we had the whole stuff, and we had the special cleaner that, you know.
Yeah, that's
Did
good.
you spray some on yourself? The special cleaner to degrease that hair?
Or did you volunteer?
I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for the deputy. Like, there's certain deputies that I'll go help like that. And those are the ones that I
Yeah.
know that I respect to a T. Like I respect all of them and treat them even if they disrespect me. But there's
Yeah.
certain ones I'll go above and beyond to like help. You know, just because A, I
Right.
know they treated everybody with respect, or B, they, you know,
Uh-uh.
well, if we don't
That's
got
a lie.
underwear, when some of
Yeah.
them give us these lame excuses, like, there are certain ones that will go out their way to make sure we try to get underwear, go out their way to make sure, you know. So anytime, well, if we don't got underwear, when some of them give us these lame excuses, like,
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Now we know if there was ever a zombie apocalypse. That's how Tisha.
Look at Amy.
That's zombie Tisha.
Look at Amy.
Why does he look like she wants to say 2 snaps in Z formation?
So serious. Okay, I'm really gonna stop. Well, let's just try to listen.
We got some time. We got like 30 minutes before my live is scheduled, so we're all right to clown on these two for a little while. We're all right.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
there are certain ones that will go out their way to
Connects.
make sure we try to get underwear, go out their way to make sure, you know. So anytime something
Yeah.
like that happens, I'll try to go do the same thing for them.
Harley,
So
That's
thank you
nice.
for joining
Now,
me.
how often are you supposed to get supplies like that? Is it like a daily thing or?
apparently the story is, okay, here's the next story. We were told that, okay, so we were told the hygiene issue, that I was approached by a deputy, and I was told, quote, Miss Stauch, just to let you know the issue going on with the hygiene is we have over exceeded our budget for the year. We have dipped into our emergency funding for our budget. That's why we went to 1-ply toilet paper at the moment.
I mean, it's good thing they have emergency.
Oh my God, she looks so scary. Lisa Marie, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you so much.
Girl, after what you did to that little boy, that sweet angel, I don't give a rat's that kneecap if you have no ply toilet paper. How about that?
Same. It's jail, bitch. It's not a hotel. It's not the Four Seasons. We see that it's like with all of her other calls and her reports. She just can't grasp what jail is.
No, not at all.
What life in jail is like.
See funds for that, but like,
oh my God. Look at her. Is she trying to look like?
No, sometimes the evil just cannot be suppressed and held back any longer, and it comes out, and that's what we're witnessing. Straight evil.
God. Wow.
Straight evil.
Like that shouldn't be your guys' problem. Like, shouldn't they have a contingency plan in place in case? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just telling you
you
what
would
was told
think.
to me. So just in case you want to tell somebody who wants to know what I mean by hygiene, and tell them there's an update. There's an update that the El Paso County Jail has dipped into their emergency fund, and we are now getting toilet paper.
Yes, just in case you
Girl,
want to be
you know
my
how
bootleg
you know how many
Hogwarts owl
times I
again.
wanted to get in like this Facebook group and just like correct these people. I haven't. I keep my mouth shut. I just lurk and I see what people post. But like the thing with the hygiene comment, I was on my phone like ready to be like, this is what's going on. But I was like, the moment I do, like my inbox is going to blow up.
I know.
Okay, so this is where I say I'm going to show you guys an article. We only have 3 minutes left of this, so we'll do it at the end. But Adrienne has a question, and it'd be awesome for you to answer, Jenna. I can answer it, but she says, why did she stop talking to people after this trial? And we can only guess, but Jen has a good theory. And
okay, so my theory is a lot of the people that she would have been talking to, the state would have had on their witness list, and therefore she would not be allowed to talk to them, because usually what the state will do is go to the court and ask for the court to issue a no contact order to the defendant, and it is normally all of the witnesses that they have on their not all of them, obviously. Letecia, I mean, they might put all of them on there, but people that Letecia could reasonably contact, like Aunt Brenda, Amy Lang, because Amy Lang was on the witness list. Hardly, Al, Landon, any of the, those types of people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that you're right. Well, because it doesn't, and nothing else makes sense. Why else would she like cut contact with everybody and not speak to anyone?
Exactly. It's not like she talked about the crime a whole lot during the interim while she was awaiting trial,
Yeah.
So
Crystal, thank you for the super sticker and good to see you. And I hope you're doing okay. Look, Uncle Fester and Raggedy Ann had a love child. Jigsaw. Okay, here we go. And just wait until you see this the title, the article I'm going to read you, like the title of it. Oh God. It's just ridiculous. But okay, here we go.
I mean, if you don't care, I have
Amy
this is what's going on
here. Hold
to
on.
me.
She's saying here that she like wants to speak out when Tisha, her name is in the news and stuff, and like explain to people what's actually going on. So
right.
here.
And Letecia encourages her to do it. Remember how she just said, she's about to say it here in a moment. She's going to say, just in case she wanted to give anybody an update, because not only is Amy the secretary, but one of her job duties as Leticia's secretary is to be a bootleg Hogwarts owl and carry messages.
Yeah.
That's all.
Exactly. That's why she's very useful to Letecia. That's the only reason she's around.
Exactly.
For our budget.
Okay, here we go.
That's why we went to one-ply toilet paper at the moment.
I mean, it's a good thing they have emergency funds for that, but like that shouldn't be your guys' problem. Like, shouldn't they have a contingency plan in place in case? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just telling you what was told to me. So just in case you want to tell somebody who wants to know what I mean by hygiene, and tell them there's an update. There's an update that the El Paso County Jail has dipped into their emergency fund, and we are now getting toilet paper. So,
girl, you know how many times I've wanted to get in like those Facebook groups and just like correct these people. I haven't. I keep my mouth shut. I just lurk and I see what people post. But like the thing with the hygiene comment, I was on my phone like ready to be like, this is what's going on. But I was like, the moment I do, like my inbox is going to blow up.
I know.
I mean, if you don't care, I have no problem going on there and like correcting these people and being like, y'all don't even know what goes on behind the scenes.
Well,
like,
in case people just wanted to know, they did not have any hide. That's why we stopped getting tampons. So the truth is, we stopped getting tampons on court transport. Okay, we did not have toilet paper, but now we're down to one-ply toilet paper at the jail, and El Paso County Jail has dipped into their emergency fund. And I had a deputy come and tell me personally that I guess because of this. So to let everybody know, in the jail, I guess they wanted me to tell the inmates. I don't know why they came and told me personally, but they came and told me, not to worry, Miss Stauch, we have toilet paper, is what they said. But we're down to.
So Leticia's complaining that she doesn't get tampons when she's on transport going to court, and she has to use toilet paper, and it's one ply. Okay. And then Bushi, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, I couldn't think of if it was a sticker or a chat, but it's a chat because you have a message and it says Jigsaw for the win, that face. Thank you so much, Bushi. Okay, so remember this. I'm going to explain after what was out in the public and what was happening at this time, because I remember this. And then Adrian, I'm not sure. So after the trial, I reached out, or after Amy's interview in the trial, I reached out to Amy. I never did a video on like what she said because I didn't ask her if I could. She didn't say a whole lot anyways, but one thing that she did say that I have told people is she said that her and Tisha didn't talk anymore at all, but after the trial she got a letter from her, and she sent me a picture of the letter, and it had like the date stamped on it, and it was after the trial. So I do know that Letecia reached back out to her, and then she blocked me, so I can't even find her messages. It was on Twitter. And I have no idea what their relationship is like at this time, but it's possible that they are friendly again. I don't know. Okay, Jen, anything?
I mean, you can see from Amy's expression, obviously the words that she uses, she is only too happy to be included in behind the scenes. I submit to the court that this is further evidence of Amy not having been invited to the slumber party in 8th grade and the bitch ain't worked it out yet. Okay. That's why she's talking to Letecia. None of this. And in that interview that she gave with Critical K, she said the reason that she reached out with Letecia is because she wanted to get to the truth. Girl, the truth and Letecia are like soap and Letecia. They do not get along.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
At all.
So getting to the truth does not include passing messages, correcting lies and things in Facebook groups. Stop it, Amy. You wanted to be recognized as Letecia, as the friend of Letecia Stauch, because it gave you some type of something. I'm not going to use the word clout because I don't feel like that's even the right word. But, you know, you wanted to feel special and important for just 5 minutes.
Yep. Yep. And useful.
And you used a child killer to do it.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. I hope
Yeah.
you're doing better with your life at this point.
Me too. Make better life choices. I still want to interview you, though.
Call her.
The one fly
Oops, accidentally pressed it. But okay, we're ready to go anyways.
is what was told to me.
I just thought it was so weird, like the news articles and stuff that they were posting on Facebook, like, like all the court hearings, they put news articles out or whatever, but like, the comment about hygiene, and people are like, I don't get it. I'm like, what is there not to get? Like, even if I didn't know what was going on, I could put 2 and 2 together and be like, okay, there's obviously something going on there that would make, them uncomfortable to want to, not leave the jail. And I would assume it'd probably be period related.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay.
But as well as I do, not everybody has common sense.
But then it was turned to me by the next deputy who said, you know what the next deputy said was, after this came and told to me, the next deputy comes up and said, if you guys would stop using so much. And I'm sitting there like, well, what else you want us to do? Like, I mean, we have to use feminine products. I don't know what you want me to do. Y'all the ones.
Was it a male deputy that said that?
No, these were all females that said this stuff. And then I said, you guys are the ones come up in here and searches, and if we have tampons and pads in our room, you throw them away. You also throw away the rolls of paper towel. If we have paper towel in our room rolled up, you throw them away. And then the deputy said, well, why do you guys have that? You don't need that in there. We wash our hands.
Yeah.
And then the one deputy was like, well, you guys don't need 4 and 5 tampons.
You don't wash
why
shit.
not? If we're locked down for 25 hours, why would we not need 4 or 5 tampons?
Yeah, and there's some people that have to change their tampon like every 2 hours. Like one of them.
That's what I was looking at. I know. Like, why would we not? Are you going to wear it for 12 hours? Okay, so if you lock down at 2 and you give me 2 tampons, so you telling me that I'm going to have to wear it for 12 hours until the next day?
And the box says you're not supposed to wear them longer than what? It's like 6 hours at max.
So that's the truth. There you go. El Paso County, allegedly, is what I was told, is in their emergency fund for their budget. So that's where the issue is with toilet paper.
Okay, Letecia. Oh, God, Amy at the end there. Okay, so at this time, and I remember this so clearly, she did what the other cowards do who kill children, like, Adam Montgomery and other people like that, and was refusing to go to court. So here's an article that they're talking about that came out at that time. Judge says, this is what I meant about the title. Look, judge says all force reasonably necessary can be used to get Letecia to appear in court. The judge was sick of it. He said, hell no, she's not going to miss court anymore. I don't give a damn. So let me read it to you guys. It's kind of long.
I remember this too. I remember this.
Yeah. And do you think it's because that she's like coward? Like, I think that she's ashamed and that's what I think with all of them. Like, they're too cowardly to stand there and see all the public seeing them for what they are, have all of the public. I don't know.
I feel like if Letecia had shame at all, she wouldn't act like she does. So this is my sense of the situation. I think that Letecia specifically, it was the last measure of control that she had, a choice whether or not to participate in the trial. And I think also she really thought by not showing up at court, and she did everything to actually avoid going to trial. And I really think it had nothing to do with, I don't think she feels bad about what she did. I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's ashamed of what she did. I think she just wanted to put off the inevitable, which is that your ass was going to be found guilty.
See, I think that she has this picture of herself that she is so much better than everyone else. And it's not that she's ashamed. It's not that she feels guilty. She doesn't care. She just doesn't want to look bad. She doesn't want
Right.
people to, like, that's what I think. Like,
Well, right. But also, Letecia, in the looking bad department, maybe don't kill children. You could start there. But also, wash yourself. I mean, look at the mugshot.
yeah.
Look at the mugshot. Now, we've seen in the background of these video visits all other inmates walking around, and their hair does not look at all greasy like this.
Yeah, that's true.
They're showering.
She's the only one. And Madeline, thank you so much. She says, I just want to say thank you and Jen for your time, effort, laughs, and community. That's really sweet.
Aw.
Hey, MK. And then
Leanne in the house.
hello, Angel Mom. Thank you for joining. And don't leave. Well, I'll just tell you now, email me because I want your comment is one of the comments I starred. And I would love to send you a membership to the Patreon, a month's membership. And you guys, if you haven't checked it out, mine, like there's a free tier and I still have been doing lives occasionally on the free tier. There'll be one like once a month and then lots of documents and all kinds of other stuff I put over there on the free tier. So you can always join on that as well. Okay. Jen, you have a Patreon too, and you just dropped a documentary on this, right? On
No,
Gabe?
not on Gannon. Gannon's is not ready yet. But I did drop a documentary on Sid and Nancy, and I'm working on Kai the hatchet wielding hitchhiker documentary because like I was talking about like a couple of days ago, or maybe even today, who knows, the days have run together for me. But that Netflix documentary is a good documentary and worth checking out. But it actually doesn't talk about the crime that Kai was convicted of. And because of the nature of the crime and some of the stuff that happened, it's not really like I would have to like leave out so much of the facts in effort to like make it YouTube friendly. And in my opinion, anyway, I feel like it would be doing a disservice to Mr. Galfi. I think his story deserves to be told.
I agree with you. And then Monica, I'm so sorry that you've been going through that. And I hope that we can get your mind off of it for just a little bit.
Yes. I hope we can be the distraction you need. And we're rooting for you. And I'm sending you all the good juju. Yes,
same. And then, okay. So, and a documentary on Gannon is coming on Jen's, by the way, you guys, but it'll be, when
it's going to take me a while because it's, hard for me because I'm not personally involved. That's like ridiculous to say, but
you're just personally affected, and
I've been personally. It affected me in a way that I wasn't prepared for it to.
Oh yeah, I think that a lot of us, like the chat as well, and like we've all been touched by this, which is why we kind of keep digging and watching and seeing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of us that that Gannon's case has touched, which is so sad.
But it's just sad, sweet little boy.
Okay, so judge says all force reasonably necessary can be used to get her to appear in court. So I'm going to read this to you guys real quick.
Judge Warner said, snatch her up.
A judge is considering whether the woman accused of killing her stepson can undergo another mental health evaluation after her most recent evaluation found her sane. Letecia Stauch is accused of murdering 11-year-old Gannon Stauch in January of 2020 and then trying to pass it off as a runaway case. His remains were found in a suitcase under a highway in Florida. 2 months later, he had been brutally harmed before his death, according to investigators. Stauch was arrested in South Carolina 5 weeks to the day after he was reported missing, and despite a couple of attempts by her lawyers to allow her to bond out, she has remained in the El Paso County Jail since she was extradited back to Colorado in March of 2020. Since her first court appearance, the case against Stauch has hit road bump after road bump, with everything from the pandemic to a brief attempt by Stauch to represent herself creating delays. Most recently, it's been stalled for months while the court waited for the results of the latest sanity evaluation conducted by the state hospital in Pueblo earlier this year. Stauch changed her plea from not guilty to not guilty by reason of insanity in February, a few short months after a judge ruled there was sufficient evidence against her to move the case to trial. Any sanity plea requires the state to conduct a mental health evaluation, and the case cannot move forward until one is completed.
All things she would have learned at the law library when she was representing herself.
If Stauch were found sane, she'd be able to stand trial. Again and again in the following months, court would convene to discuss the results, and the judge would be told more time was needed. Finally, in late July, Judge Gregory Werner warned if the evaluation wasn't finished in another 4 weeks, the state hospital would be required to explain to the court why it was still not done. Days after issuing the warning, the court received the completed evaluation. Now, Stauch was required to attend a conference in August to go over the results of the assessment. While the findings were restricted and media was not made privy to the details, our crew in the courtroom heard the judge use the word sane in reference to the evaluation. The defense then asked for another sanity evaluation conducted by their own experts, and the judge scheduled a hearing to discuss that request. Fast forwarding to Thursday's hearing, Werner said he would consider a second evaluation and scheduled an evidentiary hearing for October 13th to hear testimony from the commander at the El Paso County Jail and a defense-appointed psychiatrist. The judge said he would use that testimony to weigh whether to allow another evaluation. So let me see. It goes on to Stauch arrived at her hearing Thursday nearly an hour late, having reportedly refused to go. Going forward, Werner ruled Thursday that officers can force her to come to court even if she refuses. And he said, "We had a conversation a while back about you needing to be here and what it would look like if you refuse." He said he has ordered deputies to use all force reasonably necessary to make sure she leaves the jail on court days. Stauch claimed it was hygiene issues that kept her from court, alleging at one point that inmates weren't being given toilet paper. She also complained about a lack of air conditioning on the transport van.
In September in Colorado. Let that sink in.
But Werner said whatever the reason, she will have to be in the courtroom going forward, whether she wants to or not. He said, one thing you do not have a choice about is going forward, whether you're going to appear. You don't have a choice about it. So that is what they were talking about, which, okay, even if it was Rutledge, it could be pretty hot, right? Except sometimes like the summer weather can stretch into the fall and you might have hotter days. So what? You're riding from the jail to the courthouse. Like, get over it. If the people that are driving the van can breathe and they're okay, I'm sure you're okay, bitch.
You'll be fine, Tisha Lind. You'll be fine.
Now, before we go over to your channel, Mick Not Max sent me a couple things I want you guys to see, okay?
Okay.
Here's number one.
Oh, dear.
Now, that's pretty close. Like the hair, that dirty looking
Yes.
hair.
Yes. Even and how the hairline is even trying to run away from Letecia.
Yes, it is.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
But then she sent, oh, wait, wrong way. This one too. And that one is just damn identical. Too close. Too much identical.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder if there's a way we can put these two pictures together.
Oh, I bet you could. I could send them to you.
Would you send them to me? I'll see what I can do.
I bet you could, because Jen is very talented at that stuff. I really do believe you are. And I think you're too critical of yourself, but because I think you're good even before you're satisfied with it. But yeah, I think you could do something good with those.
You're so sweet.
Twinsies.
Hi.
And then let me see. I was going to say, Voices Carrie, please email me for a Patreon membership. I want to give you a month. And if you guys didn't get one, please, just hang in there and keep coming, because I want to keep giving them away we'll do all kinds of different little games. So I want to give you one voices, Carrie, Solo Angel Mom, and then KV, and one more. There's 4. Jim John Doe. No, if you're already a member though, email me, and at the end of the month, like that you're currently in, before the new one starts over, you can cancel it. Just wait until then, and then like get your month. If you're a free member, you have to cancel that as well before you can accept it. And sometimes you have to accept the link through the browser instead of just clicking on it. But just send me an email if I named you. And yeah, thank you guys, all of you, for participating and being here and joining us.
Congratulations, you guys. And as soon as I've been meaning to ask Allie to teach me this sorcery of gifting Patreon membership. So I need to get on that. But to answer Riley, who asks what video editing software I use a lot. So for the videos, I use CapCut to put them all together. But I also use Canva. I use Envato. What else do I use? Mainly those 2. And then for the music and sound effects and stuff, I use Epidemic Sound. But I feel like there's another subscription that I have that I'm not thinking of.
I'm not as good at editing as Jen, but I could if I sat down and took the time. And where has been easiest for me, which is like more beginner friendly of a few that I've tried, would be CapCut. Like it was really easy to learn how to edit on there. Which I started on my phone, and that's how I learned all about transitions and just all the different things. Because they make it easy. Which one did you learn on, like the easiest?
The first editing thing that I ever used was Animotica, and I liked it, but it was limited. And then I started using. I played around a little bit with iMovie. But then I also used, I cannot remember what it's called. It's, I'll have to let me think about it. It's like, you know how you can temporarily offload an app from your iPad or your iPhone. Let me look and see if I can see it on here, because I did that, but I don't remember what it was called. It's like, I don't know. My brain is not working good lately, you guys. I don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, let us know when you see it. And then I just want to say, like, if you didn't, like, if you weren't one of the people chosen for the Patreon memberships, just know that I appreciate you just as much too. I want to give away to all of you guys. Like, I was sitting there. That's why I chose 4, because I couldn't choose. So just know that there will be more. And I appreciate you guys. And Jen, I'll teach you that.
Thank you.
At any time.
Thank you. It was Final Cut Pro for the iPad that I used. That one, look, every single app that is out there and available for even like the Adobe stuff, like Premiere and After Effects and stuff. If there's a ton of YouTube tutorials, I mean, if you want, so
yeah, I tried a few different ones in the beginning, but I don't know. I just could, like, the first couple I tried, I need to think of what they were. They just didn't like.
Yeah, I like CapCut because I can do it's easy and you can do a lot with it, particularly if you see an effect that you want, and you go to YouTube and you like look it up, there's a way to do that always. And so it'll show you YouTube is an excellent resource for like tutorial videos, because will show you how to do things on all of your editing software that you might not know you could do. So yeah.
Okay, so you guys, I guess we're gonna go over to Jen's channel.
Oh yeah, I gotta make it go live. So let me leave.
Okay, Jen's gonna go. I'll chat with you guys for another 60 seconds or so, and once you go, then we'll end it, and there'll be a button at the top of your chat. Okay, Bendy, I'll see you over there. Send me a link.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, yeah. So at the end, once we end, it'll be pretty easy for you guys to find it. But CapCut is really easy to edit on, and TikTok has like now CapCut is part of their editing software. So if you do learn how to edit on there, you can make like really cool TikTok videos really easily. And you can do up to 10-minute videos there now. Like I know some people aren't with the TikTok, but some are. So just a good thing to know. Oh, you guys, also, we have a couple other Tisha things we're waiting on. But when she returned the money for those 2 video visits, part of me wanted to ask Jen, like, should we get more calls from and like where we were at, which was around the time she changed her plea. We got a few months after that, because the calls are like $8 a piece and the video visits are like $45. And I think that we could learn just as much. It is nice to be able to see their body language. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the video visits better? Like, or do you like the calls better? Does it make a difference? Okay, Bendy, let's see if she's live. All right, you guys, I hope you'll come over there with us. I can't wait to see this one. I have not seen it yet. I've seen the beginning, and Amy's in there by herself, and I really hope Jen included that. I'm sure she did. Let me pull up her channel. Her channel's also in the description. Hasn't started yet, but it's about to. Both. Okay, it's no different to me. Okay, so we might as well get the regular calls. I like the calls. I don't want bad dreams from seeing her. Both, whichever is easiest, makes it. Okay, you guys, it makes me feel better. Lynn, I hope we get to chat soon. I miss you, and I hope you're doing okay. I think about you all the time. I really do. Okay, you guys, let's see. I don't want to end it because I don't know if that will work if it's not live. So we'll just hang out for a minute. What are y'all getting into this weekend? Also, calls. I like the calls. The easiest. I will never unsee this. I know. The smile, like the cheeks. It's just too much. Okay, here we go, you guys. I'll see you over there.